Robin Sharma gave me a lot of ideas to my life as a manager, as a leader, and probably the seeds were his books and the transformation I made in my life, leaving Microsoft, opening my own company, Coaching Interactive, and spreading the word, bringing coaching to everyone, is something that is a result of reading Robin Sharma's books.
Robin Sharma is firstly an inspiration by his example, that he teaches what he has acquired himself. And I think just to watch him speak with such passion and give what he feels he has to give is just contagious.
What, in your opinion, is the reason for our global recession?
I think the reason for the economic recession we're seeing and the meltdown at so many markets around the world comes from a few things. First of all, I mean, I think in many ways we've lost sight of some of the fundamental leadership truths, which is building extraordinary organizations that add value to all their stakeholders, and getting back to some of these leadership values like leaving your ego at the door and trying to build a company that's larger than yourself. And greed took over in many ways, and as a result of that, maybe a focus on the customer and a focus on all stakeholders was forgotten. It's really important for every single person who populates the organization to lead without a title. So leadership is not really something only for managing directors and CEOs. Leadership is really for every single person within an organization. You need no title to be a leader. You can be sweeping up at the end of the day and show leadership. You can be running the corporation and you can show leadership. I want to be really clear, it's important that titles are important, structure is important. I'm simply saying within our role within an organization, we should show leadership, which means be positive, be innovative, build relationships, cut costs, and as Gandhi said, be the change you want to see within the world.
And is that how we can turn this financial wound into wisdom?
I think what's happening now is the financial crisis is a purification process. And the companies that were not operating under strong leadership values are falling apart. And the companies that were really extraordinary companies and were great workplaces, offering great values to people, great value to all stakeholders, those companies will not only survive, they will actually excel in these downtimes. And so I think in many ways, the job of a leader without a title and the job of any human being who wants to be more successful begins within, by getting to know your talent, by getting to know your values, by developing a sense of mission about what you want your life to stand for, maybe even by asking yourself what things do you want said about you when you're no longer here, and then living your life from the end of your life till today and then moving forward with that vision in mind. So I think it's really important to spend a lot of time in silence, a lot of time thinking. Inner leadership is fundamentally important. Spending time developing your character, spending time accessing your courage, spending time discovering hidden resources. Well, when you connect and access those things, what I call natural leadership power, which every human being has, then you walk out in the world and you're a force of nature. You know, whether you sweep a street or run a company, you influence people by the example that you set. And that's the essence, but it comes from self-knowledge, self-awareness, and spending time building a relationship with yourself. It's a way of being, it's a way of thinking, it's a way of treating people. I think for any of your viewers who are interested in not only being successful but being happy, it's important to ask yourself, how can I use my talents? How can I use my days? How can I ultimately use my life as an instrument of service? And it sounds like some kind of lofty statement, but if you're a manager, go to work and develop people and do great work. And when you do that, it's a great source of passion, and it actually allows you to get through turbulent times because you actually feel like you're making a difference. And I think everyone wants to know we've used our lives well.